Ready? Kavis, we saw Hugh Charles today. Is he ready to go this week?
He has been cleared to participate, but we haven't made a decision yet, and that's not being coy because Corey Boyd had an exceptional game, and with two American backs, it may be a difficult situation. So he has been cleared.
If he can play, I mean, he was on such a roll. What he can maybe help you guys do with his abilities that he's shown this year?
He's a very versatile individual that could give us a lot of opportunities to try to find matchups. But there again, we really felt that he was really hitting his stride. Was a few yards away from being 1,000 yards, a 500-yard plus receiver, and he can help us in both areas.
Where do you sit with your quarterback decision?
Haven't decided yet. We pretty much know, based on the reps, that both guys have gotten about 60-40, 60 for Kerry and 40 for Matt, and we're going to try to get it for the rest of the week about 50-50.
Can you explain how this will, will you listen to your coaching staff and then decide, or can you kind of walk us through how the decision is made?
You know, when you look at a playoff situation in the postseason, the biggest thing is going to be who do we feel can start the game and really steady the ship and make certain that we are not what we have been in the past, a slow-starting team. That's going to be the most important thing. And the biggest part is that Kerry may have a bit of an advantage because of the experience factor. However, Matt has done an exceptional job in terms of managing the offense in an entire game.
Is that also a way to make sure Toronto has to practice for two quarterbacks to be ready for two?
Yeah. I've been on record saying that we fully expect to be able to use both of them. Not trying to gain any competitive advantage there. We fully expect to use both of them, regardless of who starts. I said today is probably who gets the TSN interview on the day before is just the name. We're planning to use both quarterbacks.
His talents may have been old news to you, but Hugh Charles, just what he's been able to do this season, is he just kind of established himself as a legitimate star in this league?
I think he has. He's done everything that we've asked him to do. He's been an exceptional runner, very prolific out of the backfield. Therefore, I think that he's put himself in that discussion as one of the elite players in this league.
And does he play better on that turf that you'll kind of see in Toronto? You
You
notice
know,
a difference in his game a little bit?
No, not necessarily. I think there are no more grass fields, so I think everyone has the advantage in terms of footwear.
Regarding Fred Stamps, quite a month, and I know you've kind of dealt with the fact that he was maybe underutilized. Just discuss his patience, kind of living through different quarterbacks and systems and showing what he can do at the end.
Yeah, he's been an absolute pro in terms of handling the slow start and not getting the ball often as he has been expected and have been accustomed to. Fred is a player that you never A, going to question his toughness, and B, question his passion for this game and for this franchise. And throughout it all, he handled himself exceptionally well, and he knew that sooner or later the ball was going to come his way and that he, as a playmaker, had to capitalize on it. In the last 6-7 weeks, we've seen Fred be Fred Stamps.
I know you've tried 3 running backs